Hey Rebels. All right, I am getting so many different messages. I'm hearing steady, are you ready to? What's going on? Steady, are you ready? Are you ready? What's that? How do you want me? How do you need me? How? Yeah, so it's a new Jack Swing. It's a new Jack Swing. I'm also hearing who's afraid of the big bad wolf? As well, Spirit is saying, even if you're not trying to lose weight or feel as if you're unable to lose weight, right now is a great time to detox. So, Spirit is also saying, be careful about turmeric, cayenne, and ginger. Make sure that it's actually what it is that you're purchasing and that you're consuming. That's important for somebody. Cucumbers and celery. Not saying mix all these things together. Once again, educational purposes, entertainment purposes, to each their own. Your own aesthetics, your own discernment, all right? What else was there? So yeah, we had New Jack Swing. It's back to life, back to reality. It's time to get to it. Okay, so we have Archangel Michael card. It says, admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Here's the prayer. I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and appreciation so that I can be loving and honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. All right. Let's set that to the side. I have no clue what is about to happen. All I know is that Spirit say they finna get on you a little bit. They finna get on you a little bit. I don't know what this is about. Well, you know what? Here in the background, a sense of immaturity, a sense of immaturity. Yep, there it is. So Spirit is also another downloaded message. Spirit said, pick your battles. There is so much happening in the world, and a lot of it is none of your business. A lot of it is gossip. A lot of it, very few of it, really needs to be investigated. So there's a lot of having you look this way while most of the stuff is happening this way. Spirit said, pick your battles. You can only be interested in so much. So it's just like if you were in school. Let's say, and we're going to pull some of these out and have them backwards. So let's say if you're in school and you like art, you like music, you like math, you like this, you like that, and the other. But in order to truly learn about something, you need to fully invest in a subject, in a particular realm of subjects. So I don't know how that quite resonates for you, but to each their own. Once again, and once upon a time. Okay, so we are going to just place these here, and then we're going to read for you behind the scenes because Spirit got messages on messages for you this grand day. Oh, and isn't that lovely? Even though we don't know what this is, you have the priestess here. So Spirit said that this is a time for disclosure, to release yourself of false masks, to investigate your interests. Why do you have certain things around? Just the same as the detox message. There are certain parts of you that it is time to detox yourself from, that is no longer working for you, that is actually causing a lot of anxiety within you because it has no place in your life. You're frustrated trying to figure out where to put this energy, and a lot of times not even realizing that that energy is there, and that's what's making you uncomfortable and incapable of enjoying moments that you're in, because this energy that you are needing to examine, investigate, and detox yourself potentially from is actually a contradiction to what you are experiencing as your peace, as your happiness, and as your natural high. Interesting. What else do we have here? Yeah, so you're in a place of distrust with yourself. Not saying that it's coming off as aggression. It's just you're feeling differences in emotions in regards to yourself and your insight, and how, and some of you, how you used to once perceive yourself dealing with things. You're realizing like you're not showing up the way that you used to show up due to certain situations and predicaments. Spirit said that this is a time for you to really sit with yourself and ask yourself, why are you holding on to it? And what is it about you, your environment, or others around you and their influences that makes you feel as if these things may be necessary? Spirit said this is a time for improvement, to look at yourself and rethink things out with fresh eyes. It's perfectly fine to change your mind. It is perfectly fine to create yourself out, to create yourself and test drive certain interests as you find yourself renewing yourself and your personal development. So you have beloved and beloved, beloved as the overall energy. So there's really no right and wrong answer. It's all about you working with yourself in adjustment, because adjustment, I think it's called adjustment disorder. It's something that all of us have. We get used to a certain way of being so much that we get very scared and hesitant, and we wind up frightening ourselves from creating adjustments. And we look, because our body has gotten so used to and consumed with these characteristics of ourselves, being able to help us survive in certain environments, etc., 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 in relationships as well. Yeah, that's a big one, Spirit said. These characteristics has helped us survive through so much that it almost feels as if you're abandoning parts of you in order to elevate. But remember, this is about you. This is not about anyone else. This is about you. How is it that you can be so humble in your own nature if you are arguing with yourself, if you are combating yourself, if you are combating your growth, if you are combating with yourself about new era, modern age and how things were done past time? Spirit also wants you to know that tradition is yours. Just like victory is mine, victory today is mine. I told Satan to get thee behind. Victory today is mine. Tradition is yours. Now, yes, you have the tradition of the community, but then that is up for debate of how it's changed, how it's looked at, how it's perceived for. But now you need to look at and give validation to the tradition of yourself. And Spirit said they would like for you to do an annual review of yourself. And some of you may need a quarterly review. Some of you may want to even go bi-weekly and pay attention to the moments that you were frustrated, the moments that you were aggravated, the moments that you were naturally happy and that you invested in yourself. Pay attention to yourself. So when you are going over your itemized list, when you are going over inventory of yourself, that you are capable, that you are fully capable without getting pissed off or angry at yourself or even feeling overwhelmed from how much it is that you need to look at, that you are able to see yourself in separation from what others perceive you to be, how others want you to be, and how others may pull on you in secrecy, trying to influence you to be. You have authority over yourself and your choices within your choices within your decisions, and all matters of you. So Spirit is saying that you need to tune in to your vibrational connection. You also have flow back here, that it's time for you to go with the flow. There is so much that you have been through, that you have gotten out the mud, that others feel like you have gotten so easily, or that just came to you, or you were just so lucky and so fortunate, even though they seen you have to literally be dragged through shit, even though they have literally been the one testing you behind the scenes, but still hiding their hands and pissing in your pockets, worried about what the hell it is that you have, what it is that you don't have, and trying to win a race against you. I have no clue of anything that I just said, but it's all coming out. But anyway, so Spirit said that it is time to engage in yourself and plead and pledge to yourself this new beginning, new contracts, new investment. Have a clear vision of the direction that you want to go, even if you don't know how you're going to get there, even if you don't know what all it's going to take. You need to stand in honor and solid feet on the ground. Not saying that you're going to be stuck, but solid feet on the ground of how it is, who it is, and what you will be as you proceed forward. Confirmation. So this is a time of committing to yourself. Yes, we are moving out of the winter season, and it's been back and forth, winter, summer, spring, winter, summer, spring, winter, summer, spring. Not much fall, because it's been a quick shifts happening. There have been very, what's the word that we're looking for, Spirit? There have been very forceful shifts happening. One day is this, one day is that, the next day is that. And it's like a ping pong match, and it's been going very slow, enough for you to notice the change. But now the speed is, the momentum is about to pick up, okay? Because you are playing against a system. You are in this against so many different systems, whether it's systems of discrimination, whether it's systems about school systems, gender, race, whatever the case may be. You are matching up against systems. So back to the beginning, confirmation. So back to the beginning, when Spirit said you need to focus on a course of study. Yes, there's going to be branches. So yes, you have your majors, you have your minors, but there's going to be branches of studies that come off of this one main focus that you have, and that main focus is yourself. Do you invest in conversations and subjects because other people are concerned about it? Or do you invest in conversations and subjects because they actually affect you, because you're actually invested in the change, even if it does not directly affect you? So Spirit is saying, stop doing shit for the clout. Stop doing shit for the clout. Stop doing stuff for the sake of conversation. Small talk. Yes, small talk is good to be able to have, but now you are investing. And when you are an investor, you have to pay attention to where all of your energy is going. And all of that energy, no matter how you put it out there, remember, all that energy is going to be coming back to you. This is about your beliefs. This is about you being faithful. This is about you not being a locked bird in a cage, knowing that you are able and capable of setting yourself free. Okay? What type of bird are you? Are you going to be a chicken? Although chickens, they have their benefits, and I'm not just talking about for buffet benefits. Chickens do have their benefits. Like, are you running around like a chicken with his head cut off? Think about that. It's time for you to conquer you. It is time for you to take hold. And yes, you do have conquer back here. You have disclose, improvement, be loved, know that you're loved, flow, pledge, and conquer with beloved. Okay, beloved? Yes, all about you. It is time for you to conquer yourself, to realize that no matter where you at, you are the grass. So there is no other side. No matter where you're at, you are the grass. Hear that again. No matter where you are at, you are the grass. So the change is all about you. Now, is the grass greener where you at? I don't know. It depends on how well you feel about yourself. It depends on how well you are maintaining yourself. It depends on what energy are you really seeking for? Are you seeking validation from yourself that you can improve? Are you seeking validation from yourself that you are capable? Or are you seeking validation from others to tell you what you look like? And if you need someone to tell you what you look like, honey, go look in the mirror. There's reflections everywhere. You can look in a mirror, you can look on glass, you can look at silverware, you can look at a puddle of water, and you can see yourself. All right? So let's see what we have here. Is there anything else? Oh, love spell. Is there anything else? Interesting. Just saw divine romance, more than self-connection and heart flow, perfect love, elegance, sweetness of love. So then you have, okay, give me a moment. Let me flip these over. All right, so we're back. So what I am seeing is that 1414, you have many engagements coming your way. So which means also many proposals coming your way, because how else can you get engaged unless there's a proposal, right? Or unless you just walk into some stuff and you just own it. Solo riders, okay? You cannot just force anybody into anything, but I'm talking about solo events. Yes, you can engage yourself in something, but there's many proposals coming your way, many of them. And so there's many engagements that you are being given opportunities of. What I am seeing here, and we're going to pull more, that you have had the easiest of times involving yourself in the space with others in commitment, but you have also had the toughest and the hardest of times engaging yourself with others and sticking with the commitment. So all the whatever resonated with you before we got to this point of the read, Spirit said, look at what resonated for you. Look at what triggered you. If you need to go back and you need to get a piece of paper and a pen, a piece of paper and a crayon, you type it out, text message, it does not matter. There's no excuse to not jot down what is important for you to pay attention to about yourself. Post it around your household. There's this app called Parrot. You can go to Parrot, you could voice into there what you would like to hear yourself say repetitively to yourself to, kind of build that confidence and esteem in yourself. I love the fact that I can see my hands and stuff in the shadow. So mysterious. Love that. Anyway, so Spirit wants you to acknowledge as well as pay attention that you, as easy as a time as you have had volunteering yourself, as easy as a time that you have had other people volunteering your time with others. Spirit said, let me get this right. You oftentimes do not play fair. You oftentimes do not play fair, meaning on one hand, you're not playing fair on behalf of yourself. You're not engaging fairly on behalf of yourself. So therefore, I'm seeing that someone is accepting the bare minimum. That once upon a time, you accept the bare minimum. And someone here may possibly still be accepting the bare minimum. So this is why Spirit wants you to do the quarterly, annually, bi-weekly, looking at yourself. How is it that you've been selling yourself short? So yet on the other hand, say that you have not been playing fair in the eyes of other people because they want more of your submissive self to just allow them to guide you and instruct you. I'm hearing for very few of you, you are being taught by someone who really cares. But for most of you, this is about people overutilizing what you need to be able to have for yourself just because they see that you have it available. So for those of you who don't know, no is a complete sentence. So back to the message. Spirit said that there's been lots of castings, lots of wishes, coins dropped in a wishing well, wishing upon a star on your top, because other people see that you can be a very great investment to what it is that they have going on. But you need to concern yourself with you and not necessarily how others perceive you or how they would like for your engagement to be involved with you. It is important. This detox is important for you to be able to see yourself in a situation. We was talking about spring, summer, winter, and all that stuff. Yes, now's the time that it's coming, that very quickly, that no matter how much you weigh, no matter what you look like, no matter how your skincare went during the winter, no matter how clean your house is or whatever, the only person who's really going to be caring about all of that is you. And to carry all that weight with you, even when you're in the presence of something that has nothing to do with your concerns at home or your inner security, how is that going to look? How's that going to show up that you are going to be telling on yourself, even though you don't speak the words out loud to someone else about what your concerns are for you? So when it comes down to these entity attachments, the entity you have love spell, priest, you got priestess over here, overall energy, commitment, entity attachment, and blocks. So access to yourself. How have you been giving others access to what it is that is concerning you about you, that you have yet to resolve about you, even if though and when it comes up as some part of you that you have not worked on your self maturity in regards to. All right. Spirit said it is okay for you to change your mind. It is also okay for you to take a pause. Get rid of that anxiety unless it's a specific deadline given to you. unless there's a specific deadline given to you. Get rid of the anxiety of, okay, this person called me. I need to go ahead and call them back before they walk away from the phone. I need to go ahead and call them back before they go ahead and decide that they want to be with somebody else and they stop thinking about me. Spirit said you need to work on that form of anxiety with yourself. Realize who you are. Realize the benefits that other people benefit from you, but realize the security that you need of your own benefits, that they are not so easily accessible for others to trample on your parade, mess up your traditions, and just pull from you, even though you don't know that they're, I'm seeing Hocus Pocus. Remember at the end of the movie of Hocus Pocus, when they had the boy, he drank the potion to sacrifice himself for the girl, right? But then he had like this aura around him. And in order for the witches to stay, well, I'm sorry, the one witch, because she said, forget her sister. She said, fuck them. She got to suck in the aura from the boy, right? Be trying to do it before the sunrise. This is oftentimes how people treat you. They realize something about you that you don't realize about yourself because you have not gave yourself the time, attention, and investment to pay attention to those parts of yourself. Though they have darted in, just narrowed in on, okay, well, you're good at this. Let me watch you a little bit more. Let me watch you a little bit more. And it's difficult for you to have realized this to this point because you have just been living it. You have just been living it. So Spirit said, be careful how you are presenting yourself to be a sacrifice for others to suck upon your aura. Okay? They are transitioning your grass at that. And remember, you are the grass no matter where you go because you can't see yourself. So you have perceived. You can't seem to see yourself. You've been going off the back of how others perceive you. Confirmation. So if you are the grass and the grass is not looking in the mirror, what you look like? What is it that they're seeing is accessible to them to con you out of, to be honest about, and that it's seemingly unbeknownst to you. So as much attention as you give to others, as much attention as you have given to others, give that same attention to you. As much attention as others have given to you, give that attention back to you. So I'm going to go ahead and do another round of this, and we are going to be right back. I seem like Spirit is hightail on your ass, right? Because once again, I have no clue of anything I just said, but I'm going to have to watch this back. So be right back. All right, and we're back. So I'm still hearing back to life, back to reality. It's a new Jack Swain. It's a new Jack Swain. However you want it, however you need me. Okay? However do you want it, however do you need. All right, so we got an extra card, and the extra card was thoughts. All right, amazing. So I want to draw attention to this transition and commitment. All right. You are putting to rest, or you should be putting to rest due to this whole reading and due to confirmation in your discernment and what registers to you. You should be putting to rest certain parts of you that might have worked for you once upon a time, and I feel like I may be repeating myself, that worked for you once upon a time, but does not work for you anymore. You're so used to, like, maybe like say a favorite jacket. And it's like, oh my goodness, I love this jacket. I've had this jacket so long. You know what? Transition that jacket into, I don't know, a pillow or something, or, donate it. Maybe it doesn't fit. Maybe it's not your style. Maybe your body has changed. Maybe your style has changed, but you just really have so many moments with that jacket. Okay. And maybe that jacket is actually a person. I'm saying that it's something that comforts you, that you are not letting go. There's something that it's like, Spirit wants you to know that there is no way that you could possibly be dishonoring something by letting it go when it is no longer useful to you, that it could be useful for someone else, right? It's like the same thing that people do with, I heard free will, but I was thinking goodwill. Free will is goodwill. Okay. So it's like the items that people give to goodwill, right? They could no longer use those items. They've outgrown those items. They maybe made a rush purchase to buy certain things. And instead of selling it, they, you know what, here, let me give it to Goodwill. Someone else can benefit from it. And even if it's an attitude and a character, let's say, baby, if it's an attitude and a character, you ain't even got to sell that shit to anybody. Just let it go and just watch Or don't fuck around and find out and be around when other people display that same attitude and energy and character that you once upon a time used to be in. Cause like you know what it's like. And you probably haven't witnessed what it's like to be on the other end of that. And you have made it to such a place that you are not going around matching people's energy, especially when it's in rough house and shit. All right, we're not in a trap house. You're not in a trap house. Okay, you're not in jail anymore. What movie is that? You're not in jail anymore. So yeah, so all of this is based around your actual money. And when I see actual money, I'm talking about your abundance. I'm talking about everything that's you. Once again, you are the grass. Okay, that's the trees in the hole, and a hole in the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. Remember that song? Especially those of you who were stuck watching Barney with your little cousin, or babysitting, or whatever the case may be. That whole I love you, you love me thing is not a factual thing. Okay? That's some surface level stuff. Now they love you for their reasons. You love them for for your reason. There may be different levels of appreciation, and who said that love lasts always? Okay, let it go, let it go. But yeah. So to this commitment and transition, lay certain parts of you to rest. If you want to hold on to it for another couple months, just realize how heavy of a weight it is. Even if you was to put something in the back of your closet, how long is it going to linger in your mind that that item is there, right? Because that energy from that item is projecting towards you, saying, hey, remember me? Hey, I'm still here. Have you ever went through your house and just cleaned out some that tree in a hole in the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around? Okay, so have you ever like cleaned your house or whatever, your car space or whatever, or went through a notebook, even if you don't have a house, a home, a car? Have you ever went through a notebook even and like, I forgot that I put this here. Okay, did you forget? Why did you forget that it was there? Did you get distracted by other things that wasn't as important? Or did you get distracted from it because it wasn't important? Feel the energy, because remember, there's energy in every single thing. There's energy in this table. There's energy in everything. So you do need to be very selective. Spirit said you don't have to go as tedious, but you do need to start being more selective, and so you can take that pressure of how much you have to do off of you. And in order to start doing anything else outwardly from you, you need to really manage your anxiety and manage all the weight of the compacted memories and being and parts of you that no longer resonate to be a part of you. And I heard somebody, what if I throw it away, or what if I give it away and then I realized that I missed it? Maybe it was time for you to get a new version of it. But that's a decision for you to make. That is a boss decision that you need to make. So let's go right here with entity attachment and divine feminine. I feel that this is that whole societal way of thinking that people feel. For example, a mother should, a woman should, a man should. No, a male is a human species, okay? And a male is a species of human. A female is a category species of human. Everyone needs to learn to take care of themselves. What your problem is with you is not going to be what someone else's problem is with you. So therefore, you have to live with you 24/7, 365, sometimes 366, through the seasons, for the reasons and for the validation that it is. Okay, the invalidation that it ain't as well. You have to make decisions for you, so no one has to show up for you. You do not have to for someone else. When you do, it is your choice of your obligations and your responsibility. It is the choice of your character. It is the mastermind of your ego and your pride. And the question is your ego and your pride fucking with you? So there is a lot of detoxing that needs to go on. Detox how the community perceives you. I'm not saying go out here and say, fuck these bitches, fuck these hoes. I just don't give a fuck. Well, sometimes you may need to actually have that yell and scream, that one good scream of just letting it all out and say, fuck these bitches. And then, okay, I'm fine. Sometimes, right? Sometimes, not all the time. But let go of community thinking, because each person in a community, in order to bring yourself back into community, You have to be able to stand strong on who you are. You have to realize where you are allowing sway to happen. Where are you allowing people to, convince you versus you having an individual thought for yourself? Because even when you're working for a company, yes, you may say whatever you need to say to get in there, but when you get in there, you lose your job based upon what you were and what you weren't able to do, what you were and what you weren't willing to do. So caution to the community that it is that you're signing up for. Spirit said, yes, we want to go over here. Mentor. Okay. Mentor. Teacher, wise counsel, your ancestors no longer want you to walk this path alone. They are guiding you to connect with the right people who can provide valuable support. Okay, valuable support as you navigate through the next chapter of your adventure. Right, we're going to cut it again. Ooh, space age, outcast. All right, loner. Do not worry about feeling like an outsider. It could be you are it could be you are ahead of your time or your idea is ahead of its time. Be patient. The rest will catch up later. Where do we want to cut it next? Where do we want to cut it next? Why do we want to cut here? That's interesting. Okay, you are already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. All right, few more, and then we are going to let you all go on about your way. Spiritual understanding. I am bringing you. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so it says, I am bringing you historic. I have no clue what that word is. Gonna be honest about it. Reading is fundamental. We're gonna have to work on it. Information and symbols and helping you understand your spiritual truth. So if you can see that and you know what that word is, honey, you ahead of the game. Definitely ahead of me. And then we have the path to light. Then we say back to life, back to reality. It sounds like the path to light was supposed to be in there. Okay. I made the conscious choice to move towards the light one step at a time. I transform my weakness into strength by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gift and extend my light to every being unconditionally. Now, I'm going to say, be careful with the unconditionally thing because the unconditional mean that they can fuck you up when they want to and you going to still do it. They could be however they want to, and you gonna still do it. Shit could be hot now, the unconditional towards you. Shit could fall apart, and you better still do what you need to do for you. So watch who you allow to have that unconditional with you, okay? Because certain shit and certain people need to be conditional. Because just because you are working on taming yourself and controlling yourself does not mean that they are equated. Just like that word, like I said, you ahead of the game, not ahead of the game. Just because you are working on yourself does not mean that they have worked on themselves to tame themselves to not fuck up your shit. Okay, this is about you, babe. So I love you, and I'm just gonna read off a number 1, 2, 3, 4. Go for it. Love you, rebels. Go rebels.